Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'd like to start off by apologising really for not having been here for the last 3 or 4 months. I've been gathering material and kind of making images and kind of doing quite a lot of work behind the scenes, but I do spend an awful lot of time battling with my own mind, and unfortunately I guess in the last 3 or 4 months that's been something that's perhaps been a bit more forefront for me. Yeah, I'm sorry I haven't managed to post as regularly as I'd like. I've got lots and lots of new things I'm going to be showing you in the coming weeks and months, but what I thought I'd start off with was just a little retrospective regarding my last 3 years photographing and filming actually with a drone. I never really thought I'd get into drone photography, and I still obviously prefer, where possible, ground-based work, but 3 years ago I kind of acquired a drone and a fairly basic model, really with the idea of kind of getting a different angle for stills photography. I wasn't really interested in filmmaking or kind of producing video footage. It was more about making specifically abstract, kind of straight down shots of things that you just won't see normally. So send a drone up, have a look down and find farmland, buildings, whatever. But it's actually opened up a whole new kind of world of photography for me. So it's something that's been a bit of a revelation. What I'm going to do today is show you, while I'm talking, a selection of images that really were the reason for me buying a drone. Those kind of abstracts, man-made marks on the ground, that kind of thing. But and then another episode coming out very shortly after this one will show a little bit more of the kind of scenic work that I've done as well. I'll talk a little bit more about my kind of thinking behind that, and how it relates to my normal grounded landscape photography. But for now, you're probably seeing already a few images going past of various different things that I've discovered while kind of hovering my camera between 30 to 100 meters above the ground. And the exciting revelation for me really was just the wealth of new material that was afforded by kind of a new perspective. So, looking down from above and seeing images within images within images. Every time I set up a shot, I could see more and more images literally beside it or within the actual image I was looking at. I don't really know why it's a revelation, because it would be, it's an obvious thing really that when you're standing in a new position, you're going to see lots and lots of fresh ideas. I guess I didn't really realize how much fine control I'd have over the positioning of the drones, that they're just looking straight down and then rotating very, very subtly to create the perfect kind of lines from corner to corner in an image, or kind of dissecting and partitioning an image up. There's so much control, and of course as well with that you've got the height as well, so be able to take the camera up to as high as 120 meters or even as low as 5 meters off the ground. Gives you so many options with just one subject. As a quick example, I spent a bit of time with this composition setting up an idea really with a Land Rover and some tracks in the corner of a field. But after I'd photographed it, I went down, hovered the drone down, and literally hovered about 1 meter above the roof of the car and photographed the old paint fading and flaking on the roof. No way I could have done this with a camera handheld or tripod based, simply because I needed to be directly over the top of the car. My very favourite subject matter though to photograph specifically for abstract work is without a doubt now woodland. I absolutely love flying a drone up and over the top of a wood and looking straight down or at a slight angle. When you're looking down onto trees, particularly in the autumn, it's not far off now, and I'm really excited about the kind of some of the ideas I've got for this coming season. But looking straight down onto a tree that's got autumn colour, but some of the leaves are starting to fall off, and you've got this sense of the skeleton emerging. It really is like having a bird's eye view of a firework display, and being able to look down and see all this kind of juxtaposition of colours and shapes and forms. And the differences throughout the season as well, throughout the whole of the autumn season. So you've got the full leaf thing going on in early October, and then by the time you get to late November, you can really see the shapes of the trees coming through, and the bones and the kind of bleached wood. It's just fantastic. I love that. What I'll do now is leave you with a small selection of some of my personal favourites that I've taken over the last 2 to 3 years. All of these are images I've taken fairly close to home. A couple actually, sorry, from Scotland, but the vast majority are really within walking distance of home. And you know, it's one of the great things about drone photography is that it makes, if you live in an area where perhaps the ground-based photography isn't that interesting or is hard to find, then actually sending a drone up can open up a whole new world of possibilities for you. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.